Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
listening to The Rod Eccles Show.
603-835-3224 is the number. I love that bumper. Gives me life. Gets me going. Gets the people going. You know, this conference of the United Nations. Well, let me just finish going. No, this is directly from the UN, by the way. They've set a deadline in order to enable the fund that they have to begin the critical phase of allocating resources to low-emission and climate-resilient projects and programs in developing countries before the now get this, before the 21st Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. Let me repeat that. The 21st Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. Now, the UNFCCC, their 21st convention on this. Now, understand, now I want you to go back to November of 2014. They held this conference in Berlin, Germany. Talking about, climate change. You guys gotta, government's gotta give us money so we can start, looking at stuff and allocating resources to low emission and climate resilient project. What's a climate resilient project? But that was in November, Berlin. And then in April, they were in Seoul, Korea. Seoul. And coming in December of this year, they're going to be in Paris. Now, how do you think these people are getting all over the planet? Do you think they're walking or taking horses and elephants and camels? Of course not. They're flying in jet aircraft, and then they're taking limos to their hotels and to the conference centers. And you want to talk about a big bunch of hypocrites? Why can't they just stay in their own home country and use the internet? Video conferencing is a lot cheaper. It's a lot more environmentally friendly than flying all over the place in private and public jet aircraft. And it's definitely more convenient and environmentally friendly than running around in limousines. In SUVs, chauffeured SUV. I mean, come on. How naive how stupid do these people think that we are? Well, they obviously think that we're pretty stupid. Although Americans have wised up to that, because every time they do a poll about global warming and man-made climate change, fewer and fewer Americans say, fewer and fewer Americans either say that it's a priority, because it's not, so it's really way down on the list of priorities. And fewer and fewer Americans are saying that, yeah, man is the cause of the current climate change issue, which there is no climate change issue. There hasn't been any warming in 18 years. There hasn't been any major U.S. hurricane landfall in 9 years. They told us Hurricane Katrina was just the beginning. Well, they were actually jumping up and down for joy because of Hurricane Katrina. Oh, yeah, see, we told you, man-made climate change, man. It's man's fault. We're going to see Katrinas every single year now. And then we don't get any for 9 years and counting. And they're going to contribute it. Well, it's either luck, or, this is a drought that happens once every 177 years, which coincides with, 177 years coincides with the time that they started keeping reliable records on this stuff. So we have no idea if it takes longer for this, or if this happens more often, if you average out, over the centuries or not. We don't know. They're just, we haven't had this kind of a 9-year break in 177 years. Well, we don't know what we had before 1850. We don't know how many years we went before. It could be longer. There could have been times where the stretch was longer, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Mother Nature has a way of doing stuff that she wants to do and making, balancing it. Kind of like the movie Godzilla. Yeah, the new one, which I liked. I really liked it. You realize I have been to the theater. I paid to go to the theater to see that movie 3 times. 3 times. I mean, I saw it in IMAX the first time. Godzilla was, he's 300 feet tall anyway, or whatever, however tall he is, and then all of a sudden, he's bigger than life on IMAX. And then I saw him at a non-IMAX theater, which was a lot of fun because it's a little bit different. Because I'm really into IMAX theater. I mean, you go to that large screen and you get spoiled really instantly. I did not see it in 3D. I don't even know if Godzilla came in 3D. That probably would have been interesting to see. But I remember the first major when 3D was hitting. It was all the rage. It was a Johnny Depp movie, the Alice in Wonderland thing, which was kind of cool because it kind of there were scenes where they had the dandelion flowers and pollen floating in the air, and it looked like it was all around you. That was really cool. And you didn't end up with a headache after the movie. It was really cool. And but I haven't seen a lot of movies in 3D. Why? I mean, they had there was a while just everything that came out was in 3D, but that's kind of gone beyond the wayside. But everything is in IMAX still. The larger than large screens, movie screens, and it's awesome. So I saw Godzilla in an IMAX, and I saw Godzilla in a standard theater, and then I saw Godzilla again at a place. It's like a Chunky's, I think it is. It's not. It's a twist on theaters, movie theaters. It's a combo of a restaurant and movie theater. You have a regular, size movie screen, but you don't have the typical slant floor that movies theaters typically have. It's a flat surface because most of the seating in there is at tables, and you order food. So it's not just popcorn. You order food and alcohol. You can order alcoholic beverages at this Chunky's. So it's really different. Somebody comes to your you get a waiter or a waitress, and they come to your table and take your order, and while the movie's playing, you get your food and you eat and you drink and you whoop it up and have a good time. That's not a place you go to see a serious movie for the first time. Maybe you've seen it already, and you go with a bunch of people and you have some fun. So I've done that. So that was the third time me seeing Godzilla. It was awesome. It was, I got to tell you, I kind of snuck in. The second time we went, I didn't sneak it in. I have some friends that are kind of crazy. She's a nut. She's really fun to hang out with, but it was 5 of us. And she decided that she was going to sneak in a bottle of wine to the regular theater. No, don't tell anybody. Yeah, so we were watching Godzilla. I was watching it for the second time. A few of my friends I was with was watching it for the first time. And we were drinking wine and eating popcorn, watching Godzilla. And the last time I saw it, we had a few beers. We bought a couple of pitchers of beers to see Godzilla, and we had chicken wings and that kind of typical that type of bar type of food, watching Godzilla live on the screen. Now I'm surprised that there wasn't any type of there was kind of a global warming type of message, and the message is that nature, it was a good message, by the way. Nature has balance. Nature always seeks balance. And when we had the giant bad monsters, the Mutos, who all of a sudden appeared, well, then Godzilla appeared. And, the scientists were saying, well, this is nature's way of balancing it out. Godzilla is an apex predator. He's the top of the, on top of the top food chain there.